Leveling up. Extreme business growth through raising your game. When what was once extraordinary becomes ordinary, you know you've leveled up.
It's Friday, and today we're going to do a Friday 5-minute fix. Shorter, bite-sized episode designed to give you food for thought to take into the weekend, to ponder upon, and then to come out on Monday all guns a-blazing. Today we are talking about disappointment. I typically end the week on a high, on a positive message, and this one is no different, despite what the title may lead you to think. Welcome to the Leveling Up Podcast with me, George Swift. The Leveling Up Podcast is here to give you the personal development, the entrepreneurial development, and the business growth that you, the ambitious business owner, desires. I'm here to give you the inspiration, the motivation, but above all else, as always, to challenge your aspirations to take you and your business to the next level. Don't forget, please subscribe so you never miss an episode. Today I wanted to have a little bit of an investigation into disappointment. We've all experienced it, sometimes even almost on a daily basis. Disappointment is not necessarily anything that's bad, as long as is always the case, we temper it with an attitude, with a mindset, we temper it with a level head that we don't allow it to consume us. We don't allow it to mean more than what it is. So first of all, let's have a quick investigation into what disappointment is and why it's there. Why did we evolve to even have disappointment as an experience? It's not a great experience, is it? It doesn't make us feel good about ourselves or about life or about whatever it is that we're disappointed about. And that's kind of the point. Most of our evolutionary responses are not actually positive ones. So, we can feel good, but there's many ways we can feel bad. We can feel happy with ourselves, but there's many ways that we can be unhappy with ourselves. We can be satisfied with our work, and there's greater ways that we could be disappointed. Of course, this is evolution's way of making sure that we're doing everything we can in order to make sure that we are safe. Going back in our evolutionary past to our ancestors that lived in caves, lived in trees, lived under the ground, you can imagine that life was a relentless battle every minute of every day, and therefore we had a lot of negative emotional drivers designed specifically to push us into doing the right things in order to keep ourselves safe. Being alive is definitely better than being happy. And that's a compromise that unfortunately our brains make on our behalf almost on a daily basis. So disappointment is there designed to show us that something isn't what it should be or what it could be. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you're not disappointed in something, then potentially there's a risk that your bar is not particularly raised very high. If you're disappointed all the time, then maybe your bar is set too high. I'm kind of nudging back to episode 277 where we were looking at perfectionism. So of course, if we're constantly disappointed with life, well, there's probably something in us that our expectations are actually so high that we're actually causing pain and suffering to ourselves. However, if we're never disappointed, the chances are that our expectations are so low that we're not challenging ourselves, we're not pushing ourselves, and therefore not coming anywhere near close to what we could achieve, failing to hit our potential by a country mile. So, of course, like most things, for me, it's about making sure that we moderate our experience as human beings. Some people, they are bouncing from wall to wall, from ceiling to floor, up and down and up and down, and they're exhausting for themselves. They're exhausting to be around. They're an absolute roller coaster, and that's not really a conducive way of living your life for yourself. It's exhausting, and it is, let's say, exhausting for everyone else around you. So actually, like most things, what we want to be is a little bit more moderated. So we don't want our disappointment to mean, oh my God, I'm not good enough, it's not good enough, nothing's ever good enough, I don't know why I bother, I'll give up. Equally, we don't want to walk through life sitting there thinking, that'll do. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm happy with that. What we kind of want is the majority of our experience to be one where we're satisfied in what we're doing, where we're satisfied in ourselves, where we're satisfied in our work, in our businesses, in our lives. But where occasionally we need that little slap on the wrist from evolution that says, come on, you're better than that. Or, you know what? That person that treated you in a certain way, you deserve better than that. You should be disappointed in how they treated you, or you should be disappointed in your own performance, or you should be disappointed in how your product performed. or how you delivered that service. You dropped the ball. And that little slap on the wrist is a way of saying, right, come on, we're better than that. Let's pick our game up. Let's do better next time. For me, really conducive use of disappointment. Going through life with your head in your hands, constantly disappointed at other people, disappointed in yourself, disappointed in the world around you, is obviously a miserable way of existing. You might want to question, are your standards so high that you can't possibly ever achieve them and therefore everything is always going to be a disappointment? Or are you just habitually disappointed no matter what and you're always going to find something to be disappointed about? That's not a good way of living your life either. So for me, I want you to go into this weekend tempering your disappointment. Accepting that actually disappointment, number one, you're not going to get rid of that because it is a fact of life. It's in our evolutionary makeup. It's an experience like any other experience that we have, an emotional response like any other emotional response that we have. So we're not going to get rid of it anyway. But we want to temper it by just saying, okay, this is a message from my unconscious to tell me that this did not go as well as it could have done, or this did not meet my expectations. And if you're being really hard on yourself, you need to remind yourself that actually you did all right. Or if it's a little slap on the wrist to say, you know what, George, you're better than this. You can do better than this. We didn't live up to what we could be. We didn't deliver how we want to deliver, or that didn't play out the way I would want it to play out. And we take that little slap on the wrist that just says to us, you know what, we deserve better. We should be better. We should be doing better. And then we take that lesson and then we go and apply it. We try and do better next time. We are understanding, compassionate with ourselves and understanding that perfectionism doesn't exist, going back to episode 277, whilst also accepting that a little bit of that discomfort that says this isn't as good as it could be, this isn't as it should be, I'm not performing as well as I should or could, is actually not a bad experience in life that helps you to push you to achieve greater levels of delivery, greater levels of success, greater levels of fulfillment. So use your disappointment constructively rather than allowing your disappointment to manipulate you destructively. These Friday 5-minute fixes are rarely, if ever, 5 minutes. However, they are shorter, bite-sized episodes. Have an awesome weekend. I will see you Monday. In the meantime, please do go and check us out at biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. See what we're doing to help business owners launch their businesses, take their businesses from 20, 30, 40, 50k and build those businesses to over 100k, or taking those business owners who are already doing 100 grand, maybe even heading up to 500,000 and scaling their business onto the next level. If you're ready to take yourself and your business to the next level, please do go and check us out, biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. If you'd prefer to talk to us, my partner in life and in business, Tracy Miller, would love to hear from you. You can email her at tracy.miller@biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. I'll put both those links in the descriptions of this episode, as well as links to other resources designed to help you on your ongoing journey of success. I will see you on Monday. Have an awesome one. Until then, as always, be successful.
Leveling up. Extreme business growth through raising your game. When what was once extraordinary becomes ordinary, you know you've leveled up.